Zach, where are you and what are you seeing right now?
We're on Walnut. We are just, I can see downtown here behind Josh, and we'll pan that way here in a minute. I'm just sitting here thinking about what am I going to say? How am I going to continue to describe what I'm seeing out here? And my heart just breaks. It really is. I've seen national stories like this covered from different communities around the country, hit hard at times from different various weather incidents, but it's different when it hits your community. And you hate to hear about the loss of life and all the injuries out there. And then you just kind of look around and where these storms went through, some of these areas are never going to look the same. They're not going to look the same as we remember them. We've got a lot of trees here in Five Country and in Northwest Arkansas. And the tornado scar, you talk about these storms, they leave scars. The scar will live for a long time with the trees. It's going to look different to a lot of folks when you drive down some of these roads in Rogers, Centerton, Decatur, just other parts of Benton County. When you drive down these areas, the businesses are going to be different. Businesses that you're used to being there aren't going to be there. Businesses like this, All Things Kindred, took a direct hit. Looks like the front of the storm, the wall caved in. The roof has come off. And this is one of those too, where even just coming here again, one business completely destroyed like this, and then the next one is still standing. The walls are still standing. And that's things too. I know you guys were just talking about survey crews. That's things too that the National Weather Service will be looking at. Scott talking about taking what we see here on the ground and putting that together with the radar. That building still standing with the brick there. They'll look at how old is that building, how was it built, and then compare it to this building, and figure out why this one caved in this way. And then you have this house right here, tree damage. And if we looked down this street, this is at Walnut and 5th Street, I believe the sign says. Extensive tree damage. Once again, that neighborhood we were in a little earlier, Maple Road. Back in there, it's one of those neighborhoods we just can't get into. Power lines are down, they're over our heads. Trees are down. You can only go a few hundred yards in and then you're stuck again. You've got debris hung up here on the power line poles. Cars covered with these limbs. The sun angle may be a little tough here for us, but you can see downtown Rogers, this is where we are. We're just right down the road. And there's trees coming down across. Usually when you're coming into downtown Rogers, you've got these beautiful old trees there on the horizon. Now you've got gaps. There's trees down over there. It looks like, the way the damage is here on the north side of Walnut, if they're going to put a path of the tornado, which is what we believe at this point, right? And the National Weather Service will tell us everything. What was straight line winds? What was RFD? What was tornado damage? But it's so extensive the further you go there to the north of Walnut. But there's extensive tree damage to the south over there. And those trees are pulled this way. So I feel like, again, the tornado was coming through and it was pulling the debris from south of Walnut to north of Walnut. But again, the landscape here is going to look different. There's a lot of businesses that are like this. And these folks are going to need help. These neighborhoods are going to need help. And so that's what we're doing now. Now we're in recovery mode. Now we're just going to try to get that information out there of how to help people, how to let them know where to go to get the help. And then for all the folks that want to help, and there's a lot of you out there, we're going to continue to try to let you know what areas that hit the hardest and where your efforts can best be used.
Exactly. All right. Zach, thank you so much for that. We'll check back in with Zach as the morning progresses.